Hey guys, it's Christian again. I'm back, just going to explain to you guys how to use functions in the AI24 Assistant integrator. If you guys haven't seen the last video, I highly recommend it. Runs you through everything that has to do with what the Assistant integrator is, how it works, a little bit of my journey, and then where we're going to kind of take this. With the functions, we think that's one of the most important parts of all of the assistants. What we want to do is stray away from using documents in the assistant and pertaining to just fine-tuning. It's a bit of a step, so I think for a lot of us, especially for this assistant currently, we are only using vector stores, which is fine. It gets the job done, definitely, but it's not as lucrative as having a fine-tuned model. Currently, you can't fine-tune GPT-4 without special request, and you'd need an enterprise account, which is a whole run-through. OpenAI has the worst response times, so I recommend you email them once a day if you can, just so that you get the response faster, because having the enterprise account is so much better. This is my example. We have a lot of functions in here. The functions are set up in JSON arrays. So what I will always do is use ChatGPT to make the schema for me. You come in here and we'll run in through the CoinGecko one. This is a schema. This is just so that when the assistant is reading this, it understands what it's expecting and how to use it and how to pass the information. The function itself is sitting in your assistant integrator. So you'd have to click this generate functions file, and then you're coming into the edit functions file. This is editing the child plugin that you've created when you click generate. Whenever we push new updates, we'll recommend if we've upgraded the functions file that you regenerate it. So you'd have to save the old one. We're going to add a save function so that your old files can be saved and then merged. Or you'd have to do the merging yourself, but this is just so that when new updates come out, let's say for security reasons, you'd have to click regenerate just so that you'd have the new one. Once you're in here, edit, you can, as you can see, as I was explaining in the last video with the your extra keys, the keys are always called through this. So all of your keys are in this file, and you can see that Airtable leads is the identifier name, which is this one right here. I will obviously go to the CoinGecko one. This one was quite simple. A lot of the time, you're just going to go to CoinGecko API. Let's say you're trying to integrate your CRM. You'd have to go in, create a link. We use HubSpot. So explore docs. I always recommend starting with your docs exploration and then have a little chat with ChatGPT. It'll explain a little bit more to you guys so that it makes more sense. But one thing that we did was coins list. No, we wanted, I don't remember. This seems to have changed a little bit. Top gainers, coin data by ID. I think this is the one. We can actually check it. Get coin prices. We are using V3 simple price. So it doesn't seem to be this one. This is a different endpoint. You can see coins, but pretty much it's the exact same thing when you come into the assistant. Once you have your functions defined here, the assistant will enter a requires action status. This is all automatic. So once your function is in here, it'll find the name. You don't have to have AI24. I had to include these because the plugin wouldn't be approved without those, but I've actually removed these now. So just as long as you have most of the name the same, which would be in here, get coin prices, it would be this piece here. The name has to be correct. So that when it enters a requires action, it decides which function to use. Then it'll go into this file, find the function, execute the function itself, and then it'll return the information back to the run, and then it'll spit out the response to the user. That's the end of this one. Make sure you watch the next one, which I'll be going over how to create the functions. Again, everything here is completely free for you guys. We want to provide as much value as we possibly can. The only thing we request is that you guys can share this around, share it to your Facebook friends, share it to your clients, let them know this is available. The plugin is available to everyone on WordPress. All of my tutorials will be free. And if you guys want to reach out, It depends what my schedule's like, but just reach out anyway. We'll sort something out and we'll make sure that you guys are getting the job done. But again, see you in the next one.